Trauma sustained by non-closure. Traumatized people don't need deep processing, they need closure. Emotions persist as unsafe and create similar trauma identities because the cause of the emotion is triggered by memories and circumstances or conscious attention. But it gets no closure. The trauma event has passed, the involved people are not approachable or available for the so much needed closure. The trauma event is irreversible. Every and anything, everyone or anyone who keeps the trauma loop unfinished is not or no longer available for this so much needed closure. Only you are still here with unfinished business. Since the trauma event gets no proper closure, the inner energy pain gap remains an energetic open wound. Since we don't like energy pain gaps, and want them to be filled up, we do all kinds of things to fill them temporarily: control, familiarity, and predictive habits. Still, no sustainable and satisfactory filling of the gap is established. The so much needed filling required for a positive identity change. This is essentially circling the missing variable in most trauma models: closure as a neuropsychic completion signal, not insight. The open loop is the real pathology. What we describe is accurate across psychology, neuroscience, and even systems theory. Trauma is not just pain, trauma is unresolved activation without completion. The system stays in a pending state. This pending state keeps scanning for resolution, keeps identity provisional, keeps the nervous system vigilant. So the problem is not the emotion itself, it's the fact that the event emotion meaning sequence has never reached an endpoint. An unclosed loop is interpreted by the psyche as, something is still wrong, it is unfinished, stay alert. Like in a movie when you stay alert because it appears as if the villain has been slayed, but you still somehow expect him to pop up from the dark again to attack the hero. Why the psyche hates gaps, and tries to fill them badly. Humans are gap-intolerant systems. When a loop remains open, the mind seeks control, predictability. The body seeks familiarity, even painful familiarity. Behavior seeks temporary relief, coping, soothing, numbing. These are not failures, they are attempted loop closures. But because they don't resolve the original signal, they reduce discomfort briefly, reinforce the identity formed around the gap, keep the system cycling. This is why trauma identities feel sticky. Naming creates legitimacy. When an emotion is named, externalized, framed as from the body, the psyche translates this as, this experience is real and valid. That alone reduces internal conflict. No more, I'm making this up, I'm weak, I shouldn't feel this. Validation is a partial closure signal. The body as validating authority bypasses the ego. People trust the body more than the mind because the mind lies to survive. The body is perceived as honest, it makes you feel real pain, so it must be true and honest. So when the body speaks, resistance drops. This is crucial. Reduced resistance equals increased permission. Back to closing the trauma loop. We often see that certain rituals provide a beginning, a middle, an end. And most trauma never got an end. So the system finally hears, this is done now. That is a much needed closure signal. This may sound as a placebo solution, but hold on. Placebo is not fake healing, it is healing mediated by meaning and belief. And meaning is exactly what trauma disrupted. So when someone believes, this loop is closed, the body has released it, I am allowed to move on. The nervous system stands down. And when the nervous system stands down, identity loosens, behavior changes, symptoms reduce. This is real physiological change. Why it's often temporary? Here's the limitation: if closure happens without conscious identity update, safety re-establishment, belief reorientation, then the system returns to similar circumstances, recreates the emotional signal, opens a new loop with the same theme. So the person thinks, it came back. But in reality, they closed a loop, not the predictive pattern of the mind. The true lever, authorized closure. Here's the distilled truth: healing happens when the psyche is authorized to close a loop. Authorization can come from insight, compassion, ritual, somatic release, relational safety, symbolic completion. Our work aims for structural authorization. If we reverse engineer what actually works, a sustainable permission for change must include recognition: this emotion had a reason. Completion, that situation is over. Safety update, I am not the child anymore. Identity shift, I no longer need to be this version of me. Embodied signal, something the body experiences as real. Final, unbiased synthesis, closure is often more important than catharsis. The psyche needs ends, not endless processing. Trust plus ritual plus permission can heal without words. Belief is not weakness, it's the operating system. And what we're intuitively designing with our reset model is not a rejection of it, but its maturation. Reset your sensation.